interesting game there.
Check mine. Check mine.
Well, it's got a delay, so I won't go through the live for.
Interesting game there. I think a lot of very decent plays. Pretty close against all three games. Unfortunately, there's just a bit of disparity between a couple of the points there. So I do apologise for the break in the stream. There's just a couple of stream issues, and it's hard to get Wham to help out when he's in the game.
Yeah, Wham can't help. Hopefully it's working now. We're gonna have to find out.
Yep.
But so these are the 9 people who've made it through to round 3. We got Grub, Lilbo, Gustus, Wham Fox, or Cry Beefy, Gazza, Fuggin, and Raven. So
good.
yeah, it should be a good round 3. Unfortunately we can't talk about the scores, we can't talk about who we think's winning in the games, and we can't really talk about anything because we only have a curtain between us and the rings. So
Similar to the Hobart situation.
so unfortunately we can't say a lot about these games. However, what we will do is talk between the games. So yeah, we can't talk during games, so we'll be back. Alright, so we've just got confirmation that we are actually back, but we've got a delay, so any live chat we won't really be able to respond to just because we'll see it like
A few minutes after.
yeah, well, we'll talk to it when we see it, but you'll see it like 4 minutes after when we talk to it. But yeah, as we said, we can't discuss any of the games in terms of the scores.
But holy cow.
Yeah. And so we've got this lovely camera setup where we can see all 3 rings, just red rings slightly further away. And
So we're seeing some fantastic movement from Little Bo here.
yes. And I will say someone else who's been moving really well is Raven. You can really tell she wants to win.
Yeah, she actually has. She definitely has that drive to try actually put her best foot forward and do it, and it's been fantastic. Having the site operator competing and then like actually doing pretty well is awesome.
Oh yeah. Alright.
Oh, it's passed out. I think I've seen Little Boy Diak in a while.
Went on a little bit of a run there.
Good time. It's very hard to talk about these games without mentioning the score.
Yeah, well, when we're not allowed to mention a lot of things, it is difficult. Lovely little squat there from Bo.
Yeah.
And as always, huge thanks to the players who volunteered to stick around and ref. As of right now, as you can tell by us talking quietly and everything, we are under lockdown, so everyone's handed in their devices. So no one out there will know any of the scores between games. The TCs have opted, after feedback from previous comps, to make round 3 onwards lockdown rather than just the finals themselves, which makes a lot of sense because players won't really know how the other players they're playing against have done so far. They'll only know really how they themselves are going, rather than being able to focus someone into, like, push someone down because they know that they're up against them. But yeah, so that's the end of game 2. So we've got one game left to go for round 3. I think, yeah, I can't say what I think. Yeah,
I think lots of things.
I think lots of things.
I think that
Alrighty, guys.
having
Thanks for
some
that game.
notes written down
Next
is
game,
very important.
Can we get Gustus, Orcry, and Gaza in Red Ring? Raven.
What I will say is Gaza's played all 3 games in his red ring.
Legendary.
And Grub in Green Ring.
That's how you're supposed to play, right?
Ring.
They've really got him on that one ring.
But one ring, baby.
But yeah. We hear Lil Bo saying, "Oh no, multi-trophy winner," about being up against Beefy in this round. What we can talk about real quick. Oh, we got a round 3 player
Raid
list.
Shadow.
Raid Shadow Legends. No, looking at the people who made round 2, some of the notable people who didn't make it after the round 1. So Wax didn't make it in after round 2 after coming second in round 1. Dart didn't make it in. He was also on 34, as well as Master Guardian. They both only dropped 1 game each in round 1. We've got also in that top 9 that didn't stay in the top 9 was Robo. People who had a significant climb. So Gaza made the top 9 after being 21st after round 1.
Gaza hype, let's go.
We love some Gaza. And we've got Husky didn't make it. He was in 15th, but you know, you don't expect him not to make it, I would say. Yeah. I'd say those are probably the big surprises. I think everyone else who's made it in, like everyone who's made it in, is 100% like deserving.
It was
though.
very viable that they were going to make it. I think people
Yeah.
aren't, I wouldn't say not surprised, but people were expected.
Yeah, I don't think there's any massive shocks in this pool.
Yeah. Kaz is not a shock. He's one of my predicted podiums. Kaz,
I'm not sure about that one after these 2 games he's just had.
It's so hard to not talk about stuff.
It definitely is.
It's okay, I got my notes.
Very good.
I'm tracking. And what that's...
Oof.
So there's 4 rounds here. We've done 2 of them so far. So
No,
we have
there's only 3. Oh, 4? Crazy. My apologies.
Sorry, I had another piece of paper hidden away.
I was deceived.
Misled, bamboozled, if you will.
So everyone's still in it. Oh, as we see Lil Bo with a lovely little butt lunge at the camera there.
Oh, sorry, make clip. It's for later.
Very good.
I do like the ref clipboard in the middle of the arena. Little Bo and Grub looking at it. having
Yeah,
a touch point.
just waiting for one more ref to pick one up.
So, what strats do you do in team games? I guess.
crazy.
How are you feeling about like the arena in general?
The arena's good. The arena's good. But the arena doesn't matter here because these guys are going to be butt to butt in this law circle,
Butt to butt.
and they're going to be juking and dodging and weaving their little hearts out. So here we go. We got quiet now, and game 3 of round 3 is starting. So we have 4 games left of law, and then everyone can get some good sleep.
We've got finals.
That's what I'm saying. We got this one. 5 games left. Sorry.
Hearing some of like the banter from the rings next to us is pretty good.
Being able to hear the banter is very nice. So we get some interesting opening. It's cool being able to see the scoreboard because I feel like when I'm keeping track of it in my head, like it's like in a game or watching a game, it's like it's just so different to like knowing what the score is.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, you know, you actually see the. I'm explaining this horribly, but like, yeah, it's very
Being able to keep a track of the scores and having like the data there in front of you, showing and like reaffirming what it is that you're tracking.
Yeah,
makes it so much
like,
easier because you're not backtracking, being like, wait, how many?
It's very easy to track how you're going against one person, but when it's a 3-person game, it's quite difficult.
So mentioned it when Stonk and Raven had their one-on-one earlier.
Yeah.
It's like, if you get that timing right, you only have to deal with one person. If you get the first shot, the majority of the time you can just keep them down for the rest of the game.
You can go on a big run, for sure.
Looks like they're doing a quick draw. So there's very interesting matchups in terms of playstyle here.
Yeah.
It is very funny though, seeing Grub, BB, and Lolo all do the exact same move at the same time.
Yeah. The ring that's interesting for me here is this blue ring. I think these 3 players like just contrast quite a lot in terms of their play style. Like both kind of the level of energy they play with and like the kind of method that they go through to get their tags and like avoid being tagged. It's law.
Crazy. I think I say you do start to notice like I feel like 2 very distinctive play styles once you get like further on. You have like, the super nimble, mobile, like dodging people, and then you have like the bigger like people who are quite literally just using the fact that it's a lot harder and for the 3 senses to just use their body.
For sure. And you know, we've seen success from both types. Like in Hobart, we had run. I can't remember who won last year.
Last year was Spider.
Was it? It was because I remember Lilbo came second. I just don't remember who won.
No, Spider made finals, but he came 3rd.
I think so.
Came first. Was it 1 to 10?
It might have been. I don't quite remember. Yeah. Oh, because in Hobart it might have been. Anyway, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
We've got.
Ooh.
I wanna talk about like the games, but can't.
They're playing them in a circle.
They are playing them in a circle.
There's only 3 of them.
Some of them are staying in the circle. In fact, all of them are staying in the circle pretty well.
I did find it hilarious in the previous game when Wax and Carton just started stepping outside of the ring to make fucking win.
Crazy.
That was crazy.
Lovely little move there from Wham Fox.
He was happy with it.
These aren't super clippable. They're just... It's just law. Laws, yeah. the fact that we need a whole day for this format, like it's it's definitely a show of skill, but at the same time, it's such a time-consuming format.
It's very time consuming because at a certain point you're seeing the exact same thing happening in every game. And it's like the major difference is whether or not you happen to get the shot off first.
Yeah. We don't have a... There we go. I was about to say, we don't have a timer, but I expect this game to end shortly. Declan's taking his note.
Yeah.
Final game of round 3. Look how quickly we're going now.
I wish I could discuss who I think is currently up for finals. But honestly, it's a little difficult. I think I have one kind of clear is going to make finals. But beyond that, I reckon it's like it's tough. It's tough.
Crazy position change here. Like that one. There.
Yeah.
There.
Well, but what? Yeah, I think they're pretty safe. They're in a decent spot. He's not.
No.
Can't say anything. Grr.
I don't think they are. Yeah, they're in a very precarious spot because they're. Can't say anything about what we've written down. We're doing our own little list of placements. I need a lot more paper.
That's my workaround. That's my hack. Well, not that game, but in general, in general.
In general, yeah.
They're just rearranging the refs at the moment. They're trying to mix things up.
Shake things up, you know.
Yeah.
Mix things up like a blender. I think the good thing about having the lockdown in like round 3 as well is that it forces people to be able to ref at the end instead of people just being like, I'm going home, and then you're left with 2 people and you go, hey, can somebody please come in?
Yeah. No, it's good. It's good.
That's my goat. Right there.
Right there. Alright. Last game of round 3. So, in the red ring, we got Gus, Fuggin, and Lilbo. Grub. Gus, Fuggin, and Grub. In the blue ring, we got Raven, Lilbo, and Gaza. And in the green ring, we got Beefy, Orkarai, and Wham Fox.
What are you predicting? I'm predicting redacted.
I hate commentating this, bro. I love commentating, but
It's
law,
so
man,
hard. It's different when like the thing's not right there.
it's different again when we can't say anything.
Yeah.
Shout out Planks Billy Lee's jersey. We'll see it when Wax moves. We got a triple to start over in this ring.
Oh, interesting. Where's the Billy Lee shirt? Oh, there. Yeah. No, it doesn't work. It's turned off and it doesn't control that. The mouse over there controls it. I think
the chat's not working.
I'm not surprised. It needs to be live updated.
Here we go. Alright. So talking to the chat for a second. So, in terms of how do the people in the rings not accidentally shoot the people in the rings next to them? So they're all set up with different games basically. So the packs are set so that they can't interact with the packs in the opposite rings. Otherwise, that would definitely be an issue. Can we have finals in the red ring furthest from the booth so we can talk? Because of everything, I believe we will still not be permitted to talk too actively about the scores, because since we are under lockdown and there is this curtain here, we just
People
can't
can just sit directly there.
we just can't run the risk of people being right outside the curtain. So we'll be able to talk like we are now. We just won't be able to discuss the scores of the game, which is very unfortunate. And we did try and investigate some alternative setups, but we unfortunately could not get anything going. No, don't worry. Oh, I've just got it here. Don't worry about it. All good. Up to you. Alright, we've got. Oh. Nah, but all good. I've got it here. So. Yeah, should be good. Thank you. What? Alright.
My mouth is getting dry.
Very good. Alright. One thing I will say about Lilbo's gameplay is that his switch hold is so much more fluid than most players. Like the way he spins and switches his cross holds is very, very clean. It's a very fluid motion.
He's one of those players that it doesn't feel forced. Anything he's doing, he feels like he feels very natural.
Yeah. Also for the chat, just remember we are on a 5-minute delay, so we don't see your messages until we'll see your messages when you send them, but you will hear us talk about them 5 minutes later. Yeah. And we've just heard the how many games has he won? Hold up the fingers. And for this player in Drake's message, and the answer is that.
I've got the list here.
Yeah. Thank you. All right.
Become hamster.
Beefy with his hand on his hip there. A little bit sassy. It's really fun watching Gus play over in that red ring. He's just very, very low energy,
Very low energy, just somehow still doing pretty good.
Well, yeah, he does very well with his dodging and his positioning. Very, very, very good gameplay.
It's not bad.
Yeah. Snake, come home. We've got donuts. Thank you, noobs, but I won't be home for a bit. I gotta wait for my goat. What? I'm excited to call shot tough again when the Nats games start. Yeah. Don't worry, we'll start round robin tomorrow, and I believe every team will have at least one game tomorrow. Except I think only Earthsparkers have one game. Everyone else has at least two.
Okay.
As we've got Wax nice and in front of the camera, and that's it for round 3.
That's it for round 3.
So. We've got some interesting results.
That one.
So yeah.
That one.
Now we're just waiting on grand finals results. Declan and I could make our predictions, but I don't want to risk the wrath of any TCs.
And then that one. That's interesting. And
we've got some interesting results. Yeah, I mean we can hold it up for the camera.
Yeah.
Give it a shot. I don't know how.
I can't quite get everything in there.
And it's not exactly like a very comprehensive list, but you can
it doesn't include any ticks.
You can so and this is before terms. But you can see from this list just how close everything is in general. Like, none of these players are being outclassed here. They're all, putting up a good. How many? 8 of the 9 players won at least one. So we got some nice chatter going on right outside now. Like, they're all getting keen. I think finals. It looks like finals is going to be played in the green ring. Of course. So we're gonna have to be a bit more quiet. I'm curious as to whether we will get someone from the tech team in to make it just the green ring camera, but I get the impression that probably won't happen since Well, I don't think Wham made it, so I think he'll be allowed to come in. But I didn't say that loud enough for anyone to hear, so I'm chilling. Yeah.
I don't think Plank made it.
No. I don't. I reckon. I have a sneaking suspicion he didn't. But I think it's quite close. I think it's reasonably close. Like, I would not be surprised if there's there are 5 players, 4 or 5 players.
Not this one. Not this one.
Let's not do this. I'm so sorry. This is the most boring commentary, but I promise we're trying. I promise.
We're doing our best. We just have some restrictions.
We are very restricted in what we can say.
Law is awesome timing training.
Honestly, the reason I play Law every year is just for the H Pro time. We just need it as Laser Force players.
Yeah.
Getting the extra time on the packs, especially in an environment where all you're doing is focusing on timing and dueling, is so important. Gaza love in the chat from Erica.
Let's go.
Let's go indeed.
I'm going to put my head in there and see if I can which ring we're playing it in. Because they've taken all the packs away, so... Yeah, it is happening in the green ring.
The green ring does have the most space around it to ref and to watch, so it does make sense. But it means we've got to be quiet as anything.
Quiet as a mouse.
Squeezy.
I'm going to be doing ASMR commentary.
Okay. Oh. Okay.
Okay, so we're going from 9th to finals, so we'll probably just have to repeat what
they say. Yep.
To make sure you guys can hear it. Here we go.
So, thank you all for what has been a very long day. We're nearly there. In 9th place, so we're going to read from 9th down, and then the top 3 will be announced in no particular order. Alright, in 9th place, we have Foggin.
9th is Foggin.
You guys know the points and scores or not? Okay, that's what I checked. In
Foggin and
8th,
Raven.
Raven.
8th Raven.
7th,
7th Gaza. 6th Orcry. 5th
Fifth
Gustus. 4 Wamfox. Beefy, Lilbo, and...
Who was 4th?
Wamfox. So, Beefy, Lilbo, and who?
Beefy, Lilbo, and Grub.
And Grub. Beefy, Lilbo, and Grub in our grand finals. Who'd have thunk it?
Look,
Pretty honestly, everybody that was in that finals bit, I probably would have put money on making it into grand finals.
yeah.
Could I have all the master refs to the briefing room that are still here?
Alright, so we've got... Yeah, honestly, based on the results that happened, I'm surprised that Wamfox was in 4th, because he had 3 seconds and a third, so he did quite well in his average score, likely. We've got Raven, Foggin, and Gaza didn't have the most fantastic results, but all 3 of them at least won a game. Wamfox was the only player who didn't win a game. At least, sorry, pre-terms. We don't know about terms. We've got Yeah. Yeah, I think Lilbo I think had 2 wins and 2 thirds.
Lilbo had 2 wins and 2 thirds.
Yeah, he did well in his wins. Grub played very well. He had 2 wins and 2 seconds. So I think he was a pretty good lock for finals.
And Beefy was the same as that one.
Yeah, Beefy and Grub were definitely performing very well.
Fantastic for everybody. Good job, everybody.
And you know, it was very tight. This is what? So Beefy's obviously won a few times. Welcome back, Wem.
Welcome back, man. How you doing? How you feeling?
I'm really happy with it.
Oh, you should, yeah.
We were
You want to come do a quick interview?
Sure, one.
Yeah. Let's get Wham in here because this is probably the best content we're gonna get the whole time.
Best content is crazy.
I mean,
I need to like be at a
I can like
Oh, this is so
sit on this
uncomfortable.
chair.
No, it's chill. I got this.
yeah. No. How do you feel about your games?
It was really hard. I'm terrible at like
Reading it?
yes,
Yeah.
and I don't count at all.
Yeah.
So I've got no idea what's going on. So it's just vibes, really.
That's fair.
But-
Coming 4th on vibes is pretty good.
I thought I did okay in the first 2, and then yeah, I know I got railed by Beefy in the last one.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I mean, you can see.
Oh,
that
I
now.
can see it.
Yeah,
Never
you get to
mind.
see
Hello.
this. You
Yeah.
can't leave.
Okay. So Walker got ticked.
Okay.
So I came second.
All right. So
Okay.
we don't know about ticks in the other 3, but I think you got 4 seconds in that case. So you did well to come 4th.
That probably makes sense.
Yeah, that's exactly how Grub got 4th in Albury, I think.
Oh,
So you
yeah.
got 4 seconds.
The best thing is you had 1/3 and
We've got some interesting
2/3,
stuff
but
going
that
on.
means that you got 4 seconds. Because this
There you
game,
go.
that game was your third, your
Okay.
only third that you got.
So I definitely didn't do as well as I thought I might have in the first.
But yeah. No,
that's good.
It looked like you were doing well. The vibes were good. Unfortunately, the first game wasn't on stream. The stream stopped, but the scores were up, so you'll be able to see. Spend the downtime spreading misinformation, make something up. Yeah, that could be a shout.
But yeah, Law's kind of a crazy event because you have such little space for like any era.
Yeah,
And there's so few games that you've just got to make it happen every single time.
yeah.
Stance is crazy.
Yeah, that's how you come 4th in Law.
I mean, or you pull a peregrine and just forget, and just miss the shot.
No. That's how you do your back. Yeah, wow,
But
ghosted.
spreading misinformation, Gaz was in 1st, 2nd, and 3rd.
Crazy.
There you go. WA.
So how did Beefy go in his games? Was he?
Beefy did well. We'll have to be
Again,
very
all of this
quiet.
is based off of
Yeah, without text.
without ticks.
without text.
Beefy and Grub both had 2 wins in 2 seconds.
Okay.
And they were pretty clearly making it in.
Yep.
Bo had
Because Little Bit was really worried. He thought he wasn't making it. So.
Wilbur had 2/3 and 2/3. Well, I'm guessing he probably got it based on ticks.
All 3 participants to the
Very
room.
good. Okay. Well, I'll leave you guys
Yes, it did
to
not do well.
to some finals commentary.
yeah, do what we can.
Alright, well,
Thank you, Wham.
this is the bit where we need subway surface at the bottom.
Yeah, like, forget the webcam, just get Subway Surfers.
Just gonna
Or,
play Angry Birds.
get someone over in the blue ring just, like, jumping over cars. Like,
Let's get Uno going on over here.
Oh, true.
Dude. I feel like it would be half of them just stay quiet though. Plus 20.
Alright, getting set up for the first game.
I got a splinter this morning, my finger still hurts.
Good to know.
I'm adding content.
Crazy.
I'm part wood now.
That will be Grub's first side event trophy as
Oh,
far as I know.
Little
That's-
Bo's getting
that's
his
crazy.
sleeves taped up.
I could have sworn that Grub has a side event trophy. Wham, do you have any info on this? Is this Grub's first side event trophy? Yes. That's crazy. Okay.
I'm so happy.
Yeah. Wow.
There he is.
Oh, there's
There's
Alex.
Blonky. No, there's Gazer in the corner.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah. Wow. All right. So, well done to
He's
Grub.
growing up.
Yeah.
So proud of him.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
That's really good for him, and I'm surprised by that. I would have sworn if someone had asked me that he had like a doubles or triples trophy or something. But yeah, that's awesome, and he's really been like dominant the whole side event. Like he didn't drop a game in round 1.
yes.
This is beautiful. This
We
is
were like, I
perfect.
really hope we can just get like just a 1 cam.
Yeah.
The state was like, please. Here's one I prepared earlier.
Like, while I wish you made it, I'm so glad you're here. Exactly.
Like as soon as the first thing, the stream wasn't working, and we're like, oh.
I was trying, and Shifter was trying, and it just, yeah.
Quiet, please. Test, please.
We've got to be quiet now.
First game going in. After this game. Chuck your predictions in the chat.
I was just gonna write them down and just be like.
Got our first stun. Grub not managing to dodge out of it. In this lore this year in general, there haven't been many stuns overall.
No, there haven't been. A lot of games have been decided by like a single stun.
Yeah, well, but there just haven't been many in general. Like, there's been so many just clean chest and back shots because it feels like it's because the IR is so high.
Yeah.
Or at least it feels really high.
The banter in the ring is real.
Yeah, it is. But yeah, in terms of predictions, like, without any bias to the results, I would love to see Lilbo win. Like, Lilbo's just one of my best friends, so I'm so keen to see him win if he can. He came close last year with his second place. Beefy's probably honestly the favourite, having won twice before, I think. But Grub's just been so dominant. Like, I haven't seen him drop many games at all through this side event, so I think
Look at that play.
I'm super keen for any of them to win. Grub winning a first in his first side event trophy would be so cool to see. But yeah, I'd love to see Bo win it.
I think my favourite to win it would probably be Bo, just because he was so close last year. But yeah, I totally agree with you. Getting a side event trophy first of all is such an awesome thing, but then also coming first would just be crazy. To come back and be like, oh, side event trophy also is the first one.
Yeah.
Like, thumbnail.
Surely he goes on a run here. Time for a big run.
Surely, come on. There's no way.
Beefy with the celebration. Having
So hard to talk as well, knowing they're right there.
Ooh. Really well played by all three.
Honestly, fantastic.
I feel like all three of them will have a pretty good read on that game. Like, yeah, we've got the scores written down here. Declan's super keen to stay ahead of the trend.
I just want to try and like. See if I can figure it out.
Like, you guys can see the scores. You know what's up. I think it's. Yeah, we can hear Lilbo saying, "I think it's coming back to Adelaide." So I think they both have a pretty good read on the game. And this is the interesting thing about the grand finals. They've got the 3-game series.
I think all three of them have like decent enough game sets to sort of know how to actually read this, and they have a good feeling about who's in the lead.
Yeah, no, I think Beefy will know he's up. I think Grob will feel okay about it, but Bo won't be. I shouldn't have said that. Like, I was talking quietly, but I still should not have said that.
It's just
I think as I said, we're 5 minutes. Like, we've got a 5-minute delay on the stream, so I think we're just starting to get your predictions in. So Wombat saying Lilbo, then Beefy, then Grub.
you're just giving them a second just to breathe.
Yeah.
At the moment.
Keeping the packs on. Sorry? Yeah. Yeah, it's not victory points.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's average score across the final series, not victory points.
It'd be crazy if it was victory points.
Oh, it'd make it so different. Because one bad game would no longer ruin you as bad as it whereas Beefy getting so many low tags in that game.
Oh, sorry.
Alright. Ready to get going for game 2.
Oh boy.
Beefy doing his little dance. Dancey dance.
Old beefy dance. Abort.
I think we've got a late start.
Everyone's telling him not to shoot, and all
They're just
Diego
like,
could think
do
of
not
was
shoot,
shooting.
do not shoot, don't do it. And Diego's just like, I'm not doing it, I'm not doing it.
I don't need it. I don't need it. I need it.
Tuck your line in your properly, please.
Oof. That's what I thought.
Alright, all the players logged in again and
My
getting
favorite
ready.
thing is like just watching Grub play, because he always just seems to play in just like a shirt.
Yeah. It's just like someone rocked up to play some laser tag, which is
Super session.
yeah. It's just a guy who's like, oh, laser tag, yeah, sure, I'll play. Alright. No late start this time. We are good to go. Just the like full stiff body. Just
The rigor mortis kicked in.
all good, but that is the Lilbo catchphrase.
It's such an interesting hole, the way that Bo does that. Like a fool. I mean, oh, it's a triple. Oh, that was a single, not a double. It's a
The
double.
politics are already starting.
Yeah.
They're all calling each other liars.
I love it. Sega used that word earlier and I didn't quite get it, and now I get it because it's just like, we're allianced.
No, they're liars.
Yeah, yeah.
Liars, not alliance.
Oh no, they're... Grub, actually. Just full touched my lens.
Nice spin there. Really nice move to get this done in the finish. There's a double.
I mean,
Sorry, I should stop playing favorites.
just watching people in the background now.
Nicely done there by Grub. Clean couple of tags, good timing. Beefy with some good movement there to get himself in a spot which made it really awkward for Grub to get that timing.
There's no way.
That's the second time that Beefy's gotten out of being stunned by the other two doubling. Happened in both games.
Oh. Love it. Actually... Anything notable, Jim? Just more people's predictions.
Yeah, more predictions. Moomin saying Bo could be a lot better at this if he used his feet more and not just his body. Which I agree with. I think he's quite nimble with his body in terms of his spins and stuff. And sometimes he does use his feet, and I would agree that he's a lot more successful when he does use his feet. I feel like... No, I can't say what I
Yeah.
feel like. I can't say what I feel like.
I feel like a cheeseburger.
I feel like someone in this game is going to feel like they're doing very well, which they are, but a lot because of, if you look at the number of tags that people have. Like, obviously the only thing that matters is tags against, but someone's gotten a lot of dings, and I feel like you'll feel pretty good if you get a lot of dings.
I mean, the thing that you gotta remember is its average score.
Yeah, it's average score across the 3 games, so it's just one long continuous game. But yeah, if you look at the middle guy's score and how many tags he has compared to the other two, he will likely feel a lot better about that game. Unless he has really good counting, he will feel better about that game than it was, just because he got so many dings. So yeah, hold it up.
Before, keep in mind, not ticks.
No ticks
No
included.
ticks.
But
Look
these are,
at that average score. Like,
so look, this person's still winning. But yeah, alright.
sorry if it's a bit hard to read on the stream.
It will very likely be a bit hard to read on the
Yeah.
stream.
But for those of you who are willing to pause and squint at it,
Yeah. Well, we're streaming on YouTube now, which makes it great to be able to go back and watch things and check the scores
So much
yourselves.
easier.
It's so much easier than Twitch. You don't have to navigate to the VOD and then go into the VOD and then come back to the live. You can just rewind. It's great. It's great.
YouTube Rewind.
Okay.
Sorry, my bad.
All good, but
I do like the suit checks.
yeah. They've got the professional fit checks going on.
Look at my fit.
Yeah. Look at my fit, my sleeves. You like my sleeves?
I think I'm just trying to make sure the sleeves aren't an issue.
They are. They taped up Lilbo's sleeves already.
Yeah.
Grub's just got such massive arms it doesn't matter. The goat.
Why is it Grub? He is goated. Being able to have those thick buys.
Last game about to start.
Good luck, everyone.
Good luck to all 3 players. Beefy just reminding Shiv to which sensor she needs to tap.
How chivalrous.
So nice of him. That's my goat.
That's my goat.
They're all my goats. Alright, come on, Bo. Come on. Makes things interesting. Makes things interesting. It's deja vu every game, according to Lilbo.
Bilbo 2025. Very interesting.
We got a stun, we got a stun. Oh.
Such a minefield trying to figure out what words are like too giving about what's going on. Because again,
Yeah.
we talked about them having like really good game sense. So you don't want to say something they're like, okay, that kind of confirms what I'm thinking.
Yeah. I feel like this is, you know, after having watched some years of lore with finals of like Spider and Run and Wax, it feels like a much like slower paced game of lore. Like we have Lilbo doing his dodges, but they still feel like a lot less.
Oh yeah.
They feel a lot less like high energy. He dodges when he needs to, not just for the sake of dodging.
Yeah. I feel like it's like more control in that sense,
Yeah.
but then also I think it's because he's versing 2 people that are very much just like spin, like
Yeah.
as opposed to like full on dodging.
Yeah, for sure.
But then the same goes for both Beefy and Grub, is they're versing just one person that's super mobile, as opposed to taking on 2 people that are super mobile.
Yeah.
So it's always just that collision of different play styles, and then like again, like last year where we had Spider,
Yeah.
Run, and Little Bow. It was 2 people that are super like fast moving, and then one person that plays a lot more like beefy. And this year it's the opposite way around.
Grub just accepting his fate.
T-posing on him. Crumbs on the receiving end of that one.
Hey, take a stun over a DAC any day.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, I know if we're both like looking at the old schools. Current ones, and just being like,
Look,
This keeps up.
I think if this keeps up,
Yes.
this guy is in a pretty good spot.
I think so too. I think pretty consistency is key. It feels like I'm doing ASMR.
Legit. Oh. Honestly, the way this is going, it could come down to stuns.
It really.
It's very close.
The difference there and there, and then as well. Like,
Oh, I think there's someone who's a little bit out of it, unfortunately. But The other two,
Sad
very
times.
close. Very sad time.
Very sad times. I think I know who I would put my money on. I think I know.
I think we know, but it's unfortunately, I think obviously we don't know any ticks. We will find out the official results soon. No, let's not spoil it. Let's not spoil it again.
What's the point?
But I reckon there's a pretty safe bet for who won. I will say though, I think it's close enough that any tick could change it.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Again, like as what we were talking about before, like once you get into these later games, ticks like make or break it. And Little
for
Bo's
sure.
been on the brunt end of that last year. Like just that single tick.
Yeah.
Not give it a second, but seriously, I think it's. I think there's like some surefire things. What predictions did we have?
Predictions? Oh, there were a lot. I don't think we should go through them all. I think they're just finalising up the scores now as we speak, and we should have an announcement pretty soon.
Yep.
A few discussions happening there. Lil Bo untaping his sleeves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm wondering how he's feeling about his game. I'm wondering how they're all feeling about their games.
Yeah. Look, I think they've got the game sense to know. I think, like.
I think two of them aren't sure.
Okay. So I reckon because none of them are near
do this.
none of them are near the curtain. So I reckon Lil Bo probably knows he's a little bit out of it. Grub, I think, will feel very good, especially about his second game, because he had a massive amount of tags in that second game, and even in that last game, he had 6 more tags than Beefy. Like, he had a lot of tags, so he will feel very good. But I think Beefy will kind of, he's very experienced in law. He's won a lot. He knows what's up. I think he will also feel very good. But I think between the two of them, they'll just be they'll be waiting for the result. They won't be sure. Neither of them will be sure.
He was very consistent.
It's just total average score is the same as total score. So even though he was consistent,
Yeah.
he had lower score.
Yeah. That's kind of sucky.
Look, Moomin, sorry, I've just seen that. Is there a reason they play so far from each other? Dodging's got to be really hard. Yes, dodging is quite difficult because the IR is so high. It's really, really high here, and that's also why we're not seeing a lot of stuns. You literally, if you're hitting a sensor, you're very likely hitting a chest or back sensor. Yeah, and also the reason they're playing so far from each other, honestly, is just that I think the 3 players' playstyles that were in this game. All right, we're getting the camera set up for the announcement. We can see the setup.
It's going to be pointed at the curtain that's between us and
Yeah, we'll be able to pop our heads out and say hi. All right, we'll see if Wham's probably on his way back in a sec. Or
he's lost. He's coming back.
Yeah, here he is.
Here's the goat. The camera's pointing directly at the curtain.
Just because we're watching you set up the camera.
So we'll switch to that camera when they do present.
Yeah.
Hopefully it'll work. We've had a couple tech difficulties, but it's first day of stream.
Yeah.
There's to be some tech difficulties while we figure.
I'd say we have more commentator difficulties. We're just struggling here.
Yeah.
It's very difficult to not talk about the game, but to talk about the game.
It's similar to Hobart when we had to when we got into the finals time.
Yeah.
Like, it was really sucky to talk about that, but compared to there, like,
For
more
the actual
complete
finals and
different
stuff
style.
here,
Yeah.
we'll have to be quiet while they're in the briefing room, but then they'll go back up to their bases to team chat. So like,
And then we'll be able to properly talk.
yeah, like grand finals will be fine.
Would they come down to briefing room, or do you reckon they'll stay in the arena?
Oh, all three teams will go. They'll come get stuff from the briefing room, then go to the arena. That's
Yeah.
how it will work. All
Oh,
right.
boy.
Get into nope, never mind, not yet. They're still consolidating. They're still thinking.
Consolidating. They're still running the numbers.
Yeah. There are so many numbers to be run.
There's at least 2 numbers to be run.
Yeah.
At least
That's a lot of numbers.
So it's a lot of numbers. You gotta bust out you gotta bust out the scientific calculator. It keeps just saying syntax error. Yeah, I was
Just looking at the body language of them, I think Bo's not super hopeful here.
Yeah.
I think Grub's anticipating it. We can't see Beefy. Oh, here we go. We've got our presentation camera on. We've got a mic on it, yeah, so we can have yeah. No worries.
Just poke my head out the curtain.
Let us. I don't know if you can still hear us, but we'll mute up while yeah, here we go. Shifter's
I'll
got
probably
the mic
just turn
on.
the webcam off.
We'll turn off the camera, and you guys will listen to
Can
the
they
lovely
still hear
voice
us?
of Shifter while while she announces.
No fighting in the please. All right. So, I would first like to, before we get to the fun part, which is the results, I would first like to thank all the incredible volunteers that have helped make today. So much. Additionally, we'd also like to thank our incredible tech team who many things wouldn't happen without them. Wolfie, Angel, Firebird, and especially Tricky and Mopar, who held this day together with hope, streams, and duct tape. Round of applause for them. And lastly, a thank you to all our master refs keeping us from cheating too much throughout the day. Taipan, VG Master, Method, and Firebird. You all are incredible. Thank you so much. And lastly, master refs claps. Master refs claps. I'd also like to thank everyone who stayed around to ref. Once again, can't happen without you. Thank you. And last, the biggest thank you goes to Arbel, my co-EC for the day. He's done so much. Big round of applause for him. Now the part you've all been waiting for. Now, I don't think I've ever seen a final series this damn close. So you guys have it interesting. The first game. Oh yeah,